Hi there. Welcome to the third session in SSRS step-by-step course. In the last two sessions, we have seen what is SSRS, brief introduction about SSRS, how to create a development environment, how to install SSDT and SSMS. And in this session, this is the third session, we are going to see what is sample data. So the heart of creating reports and dashboard and the main important thing is to visualize the data. So most important thing is how to create data in such a meaningful manner so that it makes sense. As we have discussed in the introductory session, there are a lot of data around and there are big data also. To analyze those big data into a meaningful format, we need data. So before having data, we cannot start on the report and development. So today I'm going to show you how we can create the database and sample data. So as you can see, like this is my SQL Server Management Studio SSMS, and I'm going to connect with my database engine. This we have already discussed in our last session. So this is my SQL Server Management Studio, and now I have successfully connected to it. I will create a database. So to create a database, I will right click on database and click on new database. And for this demo, I'll take my new database as my first. Okay, let me write that first DB. Okay, so I have given a name to my database, my first DB, and I click on OK. And as soon as you click on OK, you can see like your database has been created. So you can see a lot of database has been created. That is my old database. However, you can see this is the new database which has been created. I have just created it. So if I open this, you can see no tables is available here. So we have created our database, and now our second step is to create a table. So similarly, right click on tables, go to new and new tables, and here you have to create a table. So in order to create a table in a database, you need few information. For example, what would be the table name, what information table would contain, what would be the columns names, what would be the data type, and all those things. So I'm going to create a table, and just this is the first table, so I'm going to create a basic table which is an employee table. So in order to create a table, we need to understand few information. For example, every employee should have an employee ID. Employee ID should always be a integer. You can keep it alphanumeric, so you can choose varchar, and that is totally related to the SQL stuff. So if you know SQL, if you know the data type concept, that is good for you. If not, don't worry about that. Just follow me and I'll show you how to do that. Most often, if you work on a reporting project, you will always get this database tables and sample data already configured. You do not have to design this because this is more kind of an admin task, but I'm showing you just to give you brief introduction and how these things work. So this is important to know. So in order to do that employee ID, we need to make it a primary key. So what is a primary key, foreign key, we can discuss in a different tutorial which is related to SQL. So before doing that, we have to set it as a primary key. And in primary key, we want this table to be incremented automatically. So every time it will increment by 1. So second would be employee name. That has to be a text value. So in the text value, I will select varchar 50. Sorry, it is var binary. I have to select varchar. Yeah, varchar 50. So this is more kind of string value. And employee name is there, and then we can do employee address. Similarly, or let's for this demo keep it short, let's do it phone number. Okay, so the phone number always will be an integer value, so you have to put like phone number cannot be a decimal value. So this is how you can design your table. So that's it. So if somebody has phone number, that's okay. If you want to mandatory it, so you can just uncheck this, that you do not allow null. Okay, it cannot be null. Last information for the employee would be, I think we can put the email. So similarly, we can take email as a varchar. So that's it. So these all the information are available in the employee table. So let's save this table with the name. We'll click on here, we'll say employee, and that's it. We'll click on OK. So this is we have created our first table. So let's cross that, let's refresh it, and here you can see this is employee table has been now populated. So if I go to back to the columns, these are the columns which we have created. And if I go back to the keys, this is a primary key which has been applicable. It's called PK. So PK is the primary key on the employee ID which we have created. So this is how you can design a database, create a tables. And in order to get the details from the table, you can click on new query. And once you click on new query, you have to write SQL query on top of it. So make sure that your database has been selected here, because most of the time it happens like it select any default random master database, but make sure your database is selected here, and you have to write a select statement to get the what is in your table. So I will write select underscore select star for employee. Here's my table name, and when I click on execute, as you can see, there is no data, so it's showing employee ID, employee name, phone, and email. So our database is created, our table is created, and we are ready to insert the sample data in this. So that's all about this session, and I'll see you in next session. Till then, take care. Bye.